It's Susan with a quote a day. Keeps the cobwebs away, or I should say at bay. Whatever way works. The quote for today is, live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were going to live forever. That was a quote by Gandhi, and it is so true. We need to keep learning, hence keeping the cobwebs at bay. Don't let your beautiful mind just sit there and work with the knowledge that it received when it was 5, 10, 15 years old, 20 or 25, right? You got to keep growing as if you're going to live. You need to learn. There's just nothing so, I don't know, it just zaps my energy when someone's just like, I can't do it. I don't want to do it. Technology, it's a big deal. And if you just learn it a little bit at a time, if you didn't grow up with it, you can know it, you can use it, you can learn it. But when someone just shuts down and it's like, no, I can't do it. I don't want to do it. There's just no desire. I want to stay the way it was. We can't stay the way it was. The world doesn't work that way. We are meant to be constantly growing and evolving. Everything on this planet is. You see a piece of grass or a flower coming out of a mountainside. It looks like it's coming out of pure rock. But everything on this planet is meant to grow and to keep growing and learning and evolving. And if we say we don't want to, we're actually dying. You see, there's a continuum. And we're on that continuum at all times. And we're either moving forward and growing, or we're slipping backwards and dying. There really is no in between. Now, there can be a time when you're like up here, like grow, and I'm like, oh, slid back. What am I doing? I need to keep moving forward. It's the way everything works in this world. Everything, if you look around, it's a spiral universe. Our DNAs are spirals. Everything in the universe is a spiral, all ascending upward, all moving forward. So the goal is to keep living, keep learning, keep saying, why not? Or there's got to be a better way. Question it. Right? There's a story, and I'm just going to put it in here, about an old fisherman. And there were an old fisherman and a younger guy fishing on the same banks of the river. And the younger guy noticed the old guy was catching a lot of fish. But he seemed to catch a really nice looking fish and throw it back. And catch another fish and throw it back. And the younger guy's like, man, I'm catching some here, putting them on my line. I wonder if I'm not supposed to be keeping these fish. I wonder if there's something wrong with them, or if they're too big, or maybe they don't taste good when they're this big. Or maybe there's a law against getting them this big. There must be something wrong. And he just kept watching the guy catch fish, and throw them back. And every once in a while, he'd keep one and put it on his line, on his stringer that he had there. And finally, the younger guy said, he just got up the courage to go talk to the guy and say, hey, I noticed you're catching an awful lot of fish, but you're throwing a lot of what looks like the really nice fish back. Is there something I don't know? Or are they bad, don't taste as good, too big? And the old guy looked at him and said, listen, Sonny, you see this pan here? And he had a cast iron frying pan. He had a little ruler that was broken off the size of his frying pan. He said, I measure the fish. If they're bigger than this ruler, they don't fit in my frying pan, so they're thrown back. I only keep what's the size of my ruler and smaller. That old gentleman's thinking kept him locked in throwing all those fish away. He could have filled his pan numerous times, but he threw them back because his thinking didn't allow him to say, well, shoot, I can take that bigger fish and cut it in half and put 2 fillets in this pan. Our thinking can keep us trapped. Keep learning, keep expanding, keep saying, why do we do it this way? Is there a better way? That's the only way we learn and grow. Don't be fearful of that. Change in this world, change is the only constant. We are never sitting still. In fact, truth is we're all energy and we're constantly moving. Everything we see is broken down at its smallest part. Everything is molecules of matter and energy. That's the whole universe. That's what we are and everything else. And everything in the universe is reaching upward and growing. So quit fighting it. Quit saying you want it the way it was 50 years ago. 50 years ago is in the past. Let's move on what we have. Let's make what we have better. That's the way we make a difference in the world. Do not spend any of your time on the negative, the naysayers, the ugliness. Don't waste your time. Put all your energy on what can I do to make my world a better place? Because that will make the world a better place. You will be a ripple that's thrown in the pond, and that will spread out. And we can accomplish that together. That's the quote of the day. Catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye.